What's good, pimp? Today marks the first episode of a little mini series I like to call Top Female Manipulation Tactics. And today's we're talking about the first one, which is the long letter. This is some shit that I think it's one of women's ace in the fucking holes, especially with the new generation of the internet. You know, we got texting, we got all this written communication instantly across the whole fucking planet. So when it comes to women, we have to watch their fucking actions, not their words. Seriously, not their words. Let me put it like this. Women, they have an excellent fucking pen game. They have an excellent pen game. Like, you let them have time to compose their thoughts, compose their emotions, get all, get their fucking justifications in, get all their fucking, just lawyer up, motherfucker. She got all the time in the world to sit behind that screen and prepare the most perfectly written apology, the most perfectly written justification. Here's the thing. You meet girls where when they're in person, they're really not that elegant. All of a sudden you put these bitches behind the keyboard and they're like fucking Shakespeare, and it kills me because ultimately okay, let me use an actual example. I know a dude who got cheated on by his girl, and then what happens? He confronts her, she gets all defensive, and then eventually she admits the shit. Then of course, what does she do to manipulate him? She cries. She builds a fucking scene, makes a huge fucking scene. The dude actually ends up buying into the shit, and next thing you know, time goes by and she writes him some long fucking letter. He reads the shit. You read it, if you read that letter, you would think it was written by fucking Shakespeare. Like, he just came out the fucking grave and wrote this shit. You would believe that this chick was about to give her life for the rest of her life and all this type of crazy shit that she wrote to him. And by the end of it, he started to budge. When the emotions calm down, suddenly you're reading that letter, you're at home, you're reading it over and you're over reading it and you're reading it over and over and over again, motherfucker. You're just constantly reading this shit, and then next thing you know, it starts to become reality. You start to blur the lines between what she's saying and what she's actually doing. And that's the shit that is terrible, man, because I don't think I've met, especially intellectual girls. I think that's another thing too, is dudes, the intellectual chicks, they behave, their pen game is amazing. Their pen game is amazing. That's the shit. One of the ways you can easily tell that women are full of shit when it comes to like their pen game is a lot of times they'll say shit. For example, if you're not monogamous to a chick, they eventually will try to tie you down, and they'll just try to ultimatum you. They'll write you some long letter about how I like you but I can't, blah 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 blah. And if you ignore that shit and you just continue to see her, she usually just continues to fucking see you. As long as you give her that little bit of just that bit of serious validation where she doesn't feel like she's just a fuck buddy, chicks will continue to share you. They'll continue to see you, but they'll put up this big written fucking ultimatum to press you to where you read it and you feel like, oh my god, if I don't fucking react, she's gonna move on, she's gonna leave you, and fucking all this type of shit. And it's all bullshit, 100% bullshit. And seeing this dude, man, he wasn't my homie, but in those moments, you just want to fucking comfort the dude like a homie, because it killed me too, because afterwards he was just like, man, like, women are all dead to me. Like, women are dead to me. He was acting all fucking dramatic, but then next thing you know, he's forgiving the bitch. And a lot of times it's those dudes who make these big fucking scenes that end up forgiving the bitch. And just let me put it like this. When women write you a long letter, don't end up in this big back and forth writing, because what's going to happen is a lot of times you have these big arguments and then you write these long fucking paragraphs back and forth, and you think it seems like she seems to get it, and then she does the same shit again. So a lot of times what happens is over time you realize that shit is pointless, and it's like, I'm done. I don't write. That's one of my rules. Like, if I deal with a chick long term, or we're a bit more serious, I don't do long letters. Matter of fact, I think that's a crucial relationship rule. If you're in a relationship, I don't believe in long letters. If we need to speak, you got to speak to me seriously. You got to call me. You have to speak to me in voice. I don't do no fucking ambush long letters, because most of the time when women write you long letters, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing most of the time. So I'm telling you, man, 86 that shit, 100%, man. Let chicks know I don't really do the typing back and forth shit. Like, you want to speak to me, we can speak to me. You speak to me in person or you speak to me on the phone. Simple as that. Fuck these bitches shit, fake ass Shakespearean ass bitch. You ain't smart. Stop fucking trying to impress me because you wrote a couple multi-syllable words, 3-4 syllables, bitch. You gonna have to write 5, 6, 7, 8. Think you're impressing me? Fuck out of here, bitch. I'm Asian. Think I'm easily impressed. So with that being said, pimp, see you on the other side.